Jai Hind students, welcome to physics class. I hope all of you are fine at your home. Today we are going to do a very important concept. That concept is of gravitation. Before discussing the gravitation, I will tell you that gravitation is necessary for our life. We cannot think life is possible without gravitation. If there were no gravitation, we might be flying in the air. In fact, air might not be present on the earth. We see that rain is falling down. Water in the rivers, it flows down. And it is because of the gravitation. How this phenomena was discovered, there is an interesting story that all of us has read, that once upon a time Newton was under the tree. Suddenly an apple has fallen on his head. So what question came to his mind is that why this apple had not gone up, why it has fallen down. And further, he performed many experiments. He had thrown a number of objects up, and finally all these objects, they have fallen on the ground. What he concluded? He concluded that there is some force between the earth and the object. Because of that, objects are falling on the earth. So let's discuss gravitation. So what is the gravitation? Gravitation, all of you take out your notebooks and make the notes. Gravitation, it is the force of attraction between two bodies due to their masses. Because they are having mass, so that's why there is gravitation. If one of the bodies is not having any mass, then it will not be gravitation. So even I say that these are the two markers, one is blue marker, another is black marker. These markers are also attracting each other with a force. That force is called the say gravitation. Now let's do universal law of gravitation. Universal law of gravitation, or it is also called Newton's law of gravitation. What is Newton's law of gravitation? Because this law was given by Newton, so it is also given the name of the Newton's law of gravitation. What is this law? Let us say we are having two bodies. One body is A, right? Its mass is m1. Another body is B. Its mass is m2. Let us say that separation between the bodies. Whenever I am saying the separation between the bodies, what I am saying? The separation between the centers of their bodies. If I say these are the two bodies, let us say these are the two spherical bodies, you will say that separation is 0. Separation is not 0. If I take this is this radius, this is this. If it is 10 centimeter and it is 12 centimeter, I will take the separation as the 22 centimeter. So, this is the separation between the centers of the bodies. So, what the Newton's law of gravitation says that F is directly proportional to m1, m2. F is directly proportional to the product of the masses. More is the product of the masses, more will be the force. Lesser is the product of the masses, lesser will be the force. Second is, force is inversely proportional to square of separation between the masses. More is separation, lesser will be the force. We will do a numerical conceptual problem based on this concept also. So I can say that if I combine them, F is directly proportional to m1, m2 by d square. What this is called? This is called the Newton's law of gravitation. Now we are having this relation and our target is to convert this relation into an equation. So what I will use? I will use the concept of constant of proportionality. Here I say that F is directly proportional to m1 m2 by d square. But question is that I am not able to calculate capital F. To calculate this force, I have to convert this relation into equation. So what I will write? I will write in place of this directly proportional symbol, I will write equal. And when I am writing this, I have to also include a constant. That constant is the constant of proportionality. So capital G, m1, m2 divided by d square. So what this is the same? This is the Newton's law of gravitation. So let's do a few important points about the Newton's law of gravitation. Now listen students, let me tell you one more thing. If you say that A is directly proportional to B, I can write A equals to KB, where K is a constant of proportionality. Similarly here we are having a proportionality symbol and our target is to convert it into equation. So again I am using the concept of constant of proportionality. Here constant of proportionality is capital G. Where this, what is this capital G called? This capital G is universal gravitational constant. And it is 6.6 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. Now let's do few points about the Newton's law of gravitation. First point is notes about the Newton's law of gravitation. First point is Newton's law of gravitation. It follows, what is the meaning of it? Newton's law of gravitation or universal law of gravitation. It follows Newton's third law. What it follows? It follows the Newton's third law. What does it mean? It means that here this is the body A and this is the body B. If I say that A is attracting B, then B is also attracting A. The force with which A is attracting B is equal to the force with which B is attracting A. These forces are equal and opposite. Why these forces are opposite? The reason is that B is attracted by A in this direction, and whereas A is attracted by B in this direction. So what does it mean? It means that it follows Newton's third law. Second point is this, that the gravitational force is independent of medium between bodies. What does it mean? This means that, let us say we are having two bodies, one is A, another body is B. Let us say the separation between these bodies is 10 meter. Whatever is the gravitational force between them, if we place this system keeping the separation same in water, the force will also remain the same. That is force, gravitational force between A and B, it does not depend on the medium between A and B, whether there is air between A and B. If you place some wood between A and B, if you place water between A and B, the force will come same. The value of the force, it will remain the same. Third point is, it follows inverse square law. What is inverse square law? Inverse square law means F is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. So this law, it follows the inverse square law. Fourth point is capital G. As I told you, it is called universal gravitational constant. Universal gravitational constant. Now, F equals to capital G, m1 m2 by d square. So how to define this capital G? From here, what can I say? I can say that if m1 is 1, m2 is 1, 1 means unity, and d is 1, then F it equals to the G. F it equals to the capital G. How can I define this capital G? This capital G is equal to F when m1 is 1, m2 is 1 and d is 1. How can I write it in terms of the words? Now, universal gravitational constant is equal to force between two unit masses separated by unit distance. What I want to say that, let us say here two masses, one is A, another is B. If I say that separation between them is 1 and their masses is also 1, then the force between them in such a configuration is given the name of the universal gravitational constant. So universal gravitational constant is equal to the force between two unit masses separated by a unit distance. Now, what are the units of capital G? Let us discuss units of capital G and what is the value of the capital G. Fifth point is capital G, its value is 6.6, 10 to the power minus 11. What will be its units? Listen, F it equals to capital G m1 m2 divided by d square. Now, d is in division, So it will be in multiplication on left hand side, m1 m2 in multiplication, so it will be in division on the left hand side. So this is fd square m1 divided by m1 m2. So its SI unit is, force is Newton, d meter, so meter square, m1 is kilogram, kilogram square, Newton meter square per kilogram square. Right? So this is the say unit of the say capital G in SI system. Now let us do a question based on the Newton's law of gravitation. What the question is, find the force acting on Earth's surface when a body of mass 1 kilogram is placed on its surface. We are given radius of Earth is 6.4 10 to the power 6 meter, and the mass of the Earth is 6 into 10 to the power 24 kilogram, and universal gravitational constant is 6.67 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram. Right? So its solution is, let us say this is the surface of Earth and this distance is 6.6 10 to the power 6 meter. Here there is a body of mass 1 kilogram and the mass of the Earth is 6 into 10 to the power 24 kilogram. Now let us take mass of the Earth as 6 into 10 to the power 24 kilogram, mass of the object m2 1 kilogram, separation is equal to radius 6.4 10 to the power 6 meter, and capital G is 6.67 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. So what is F? Capital G m1 m2 by d square. So what is capital G? 6.67 10 to the power minus 11 m1 6 into 10 to the power 24, m2 is 1, and what is the separation? 6.4 10 to the power 6 whole square. When you will solve this, you will get 9.8 Newton. So force acting on the Earth's surface is 9.8 Newton. And what is the force acting on the body? It will be also the 9.8 Newton, because Newton's law of gravitation follows the Newton's third law. So that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.